Hi everyone, welcome back to Magic Loops Docs. In this video, we'll create a loop that monitors the air quality in the city of your choice. So this is definitely a concern a lot of people have with the current state of the environment and the high levels of pollution that there are. So let's go ahead and check out how we can set up a monitor. First of all, we have some variables up here. The first one is the air quality API URL. So you can go ahead and change this out with the API of your choice if you don't want to use OpenWeather, if you have one you pay for, or if you have another open source one that you feel is more accurate. Next, you can go ahead and enter the city. Here we have Guangzhou, the country, it's in China, and the air quality metric that you would like to measure. So here we're looking at PM 2.5. You can change this to anything you want. You can just use the AQI, air quality index, if you want, and then how often you want it to check and give you updates about this. So it will send us an email every 2 hours if the levels exceed the recommended levels. So our first block here is a time trigger. So this is set to run according to our variable, which is every 2 hours. And then we're going to go ahead and get the longitude and latitude coordinates of the city and country and return those values. This is because the OpenWeather API works best with the longitude and latitude coordinates rather than just saying a city. So I found that to be true. So I went ahead and added this LLM block here. You might have to set this up according to the API you use, but I'm assuming most of them are okay if you give the longitude and latitude coordinates. So moving on here, we have a fetch block. So we're going to go ahead and get the output from this here, which is our longitude and latitude. And we're going to make a fetch to our API to get our air quality. So this here we can see in our object here, it has AQI in the main, and then there are also specific components like our PM 2.5, which is the one we are targeting here. But there are others as well. If you're concerned about those, or you can send them all. If any of them go over the recommended amount, you could get a notification. So then we have an LLM that is going to take this info here, right? And it's going to determine if the air quality metric here, PM 2.5, is safe for sensitive groups. I put it up, but you could change it to the next level, just people who are not sensitive to air things. Actually, I'm going to put this here as well, just in case. It can figure it out, but just in case. From the outlook to check if it exceeds. That's fine. So it came out as true. So even without that extra little text there, it came out as true. So it's above those levels. This is just an exit. So if this ends up being false, it'll just stop the loop so we won't run this other stuff down here. It's just a little catch. And then it's going to go ahead and generate a message here saying the city, what we're measuring, and saying what it's currently at and what the recommended level is. So we can see it's quite a bit higher there. And then it's going to go ahead and send us that email. So we can go ahead and change this here. Let's change it to Delhi, India, and let's test it. Great. So it works. Now, instead of for Guangzhou, China, we have the results for Delhi, India, which it does exceed the safe levels as well for PM 2.5. So if you want, we can activate it. And once it's activated, we can run it one time. So it will send it to our email and we can check to make sure that everything is working properly. Great. So that's all for this video on how to create a magic loop that monitors the air quality according to how often you want to get an update. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.